Hi there. I am going to be showing you how to use s'more today. It is a digital newsletter tool, which is great for media specialists, for schools, for teachers. I'm going to give you some examples of how I used it as a media specialist and how I think it could be beneficial for teachers as well, with some things that I have done with it so far. There are free options with this account. However, you don't have as much flexibility in how you save it and how you send it. You can send it through email through the free option, but you just have a little more flexibility with its use once you do a subscription. Schools do want to pay for this if all their staff is going to be using it. It's a great tool to send out assignments for teachers, to just get information out in mass quantities, and it allows you to view how many people have actually used the tool as well. So it gives it a little justification on its purchase, having that in there as well. So just going to give you some ways to show it. And we are going to start with just basic functions. You can manage classrooms, so you can assign things to students by having them have a group code, and they have to create their own account. It really works just as well without having that. If that's a problem, creating student accounts at school and having them memorize that. I know with elementary students, it's not always the best thing to do, but it's easy just to have this one link that everybody can use and get information from. So you have access to that. You also have the ability to make mailing lists. So I'm able to send it to my whole staff. This is my staff. And when I want to send something out, I just use that and it goes out. You also have the option to create folders once you've created your newsletter. So for example, I did this, a lot of these newsletters for my book fair. So if I wanted to save those, I just can add the newsletter and put both of those in there. And then if I need to use it again next year or want to remember what I've done, that's an easy way to get back to it. So I'm just going to show you a bit what I did create and why. I did this one for a book fair. This was a book recommendation. So I had teachers and our principal come in and give recommendations on books that they think would be good reads for students. And I emailed this out to the teachers and they watched it in classrooms. Some of them sent it out to their parents, but it was a really great tool for our book fair. And in fact, every book that was recommended by a teacher was sold out within the first 2 days of our book fair. So super successful. I love that it tracks how many people have visited the site. I have my dress up days that we did for book fair. We got really into it. So we did dress up days and sent this out to parents and with examples of what their children could dress up as. But you can see it got over 2,000 hits. So we have a population of about 1,100 students. So they looked at it a lot, and this was a great tool and something easy to get to. And it's just visually very appealing, very easy to see. So that was ways that I had used it. I am going to now show you how to create your own newsletter. So we click here. You can start from blank and create your own buttons, which is really easy, but you can also use a template. I'm just going to do it like this. And I'm going to pick something that maybe later I can tweak and use for teachers. So Makerspace, and you can pick your design. If you want to change the background, you have the option to do that. Put lots of neat things. We'll do something like that. And fonts as well. So something fun, anything like that. So once you get in here, you're free to edit. So if you look at the very bottom of the screen, you're going to see lots of buttons where you can put anything in there that is useful. Events, videos, bios. You can create a photo gallery within that. I'm going to use some of these pre-done templates, and then I'll add some in at the bottom just to kind of show you how. So I don't think I really want to use this sample paragraph right now. Not going to write anything, but this picture template is good. I will take some photos from my desktop that I used on here. And I'm just clicking this and I'm selecting photos straight from my computer to download in here. So super simple, very easy to do. right. And once those are in there, you have the option to add titles within that. So if I wanted to call this materials, supplies, and maybe quotes, we have that option to add those in within the title. Don't really want this here right now. Super easy to remove. You can see, but I am going to add some of these buttons in. So let's start with an event. Let's pretend we are going to have a maker event, and we can add an end time, a location. I'm going to put my school in there. And I'm also going to give the ability for visitors to RSVP right into the newsletter. I can also ask it to email me once new guests send their RSVP. And once I'm done with that, I've got the event right in there, and it looks so good. Such a nice feature that's added in. You can embed links. So let's do, I have this one here. I have a maker challenge link. So I'm going to add that in. And then this is a great website actually that has maker challenges and cards for that teachers can use and download. I mean, no-brainer things. It just even tells you what age it's for and what materials to use. Okay. You can put in a video if you have a maker video. And then once you're finished, you have the option done editing. You can print or download a PDF of this, or you can share the email just by sending the newsletter to something on your mailing list. My staff, I could select that and send it to them. I could do a quick sharing tool and share it with Google right to my drive. So lots of options there. And once you send that link out, and copy the link this way as well and send it out. Once you send it out, it's going to keep a record of how many people have visited. And if you have to edit anytime within, say within the event we had to edit the date or the time, we can go in to edit the newsletter, and it'll take us back to that editing page. We can add things to it. We can change things, and then we just save it again. We publish the changes, and the link is still good. It's going to take you to the most updated version of your newsletter. A really good tool to use. All right, so that is s'more in a nutshell, basically. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you get some use out of it, because once I discovered it, I've used it for so many things. A great way for teachers to use this tool is you can create a newsletter that has an assignment in it. So maybe you want to create a math assignment. You can attach some YouTube videos to that. You can attach some links to some testing or some other type of website practice that you'd like, but it's all in one format. So it almost makes like a clipboard for your students to follow directions on the order of how they would like to, for their students to do the assignment. So those are great ways to use that tool as well.